The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Good morning and welcome to Conversations with Case. My name is Christina O'Hara and I am your host today. I also serve as the president of the Case organization, which is a voluntary professional networking organization, and it is a group of agencies and organizations who serve seniors in Niagara County. CASE stands for the Coalition of Agencies Serving the Elderly, appropriate for what we do. Each week on Conversations with CASE, we have a different member of the CASE organization that talks to us about the services that they provide to seniors in Niagara County and beyond. Today, I am very happy to introduce you to Wendy Greenwood. She is the Executive Director of Touching Hearts at Home. Good morning, Wendy.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's get right into it. Let's hear a little bit about what Touching Hearts at Home is all about and how you got involved.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. This is a first for me for a podcast, so I think maybe a first for Touching Hearts. So we're very excited, and again, thanks for having me. Touching Hearts at Home is a non-medical home care companion care service. We've been around for over 20 years, all across the United States. Here locally in Western New York, pushing about 17 years now. Our goal, we're family owned and operated. Our goal is to provide, again, that non-medical home care piece to help people age in place in their environment. So whether it's their own home, their assisted living, maybe even their memory care, our goal is to match them up with a care partner and keep them in that spot as long as they possibly can be.
Absolutely. So how does that work? Non-medical, you pair them up. How do you do that?
That's a great question. So there's a lot of confusion with what exactly non-medical home care is, but there's a huge scope of care that we provide. Non-medical home care is a piece that doesn't require us to have a license in New York State. However, obviously we're licensed as a business to do business in New York State. But non-medical home care is a definition that encompasses some might call it homemaker services, some might call it home care. But it's basically providing a person to come into the home to possibly do light housekeeping, over medication oversight, meal preparation, standby assistance for fall risk prevention, standby shower assist, toileting schedules. There's a lot of things that we can do for our clients. Particularly with Touching Hearts, we specialize in Alzheimer's and dementia care, which requires a little bit more directional care. Versus someone maybe who just has arthritis who might need, that opening jars and meal preparation and taking them to and from appointments and things like that they can't do any longer.
It sounds wonderful. Do you have to be a certain age to be able to take advantage of these services?
That's a really good question as well. No, you don't. We have clients of all different ages. We have some folks that we work with from People Inc. that are in need of our services there, but absolutely not. The average is definitely our older community and our older population and seniors, probably 90% of our clients, but there is definitely a need there for those younger folks. And as we all know, Alzheimer's and dementia is being diagnosed at a much younger age now than it ever was. So as that continues to develop and grow, that need is going to be there for us to serve.
Absolutely. Just back a little bit. How did you get involved in this? Because I think what I do for a living other than CASE, and it's the same but different because it's more medical. But just interested to hear how you got involved with this.
That's everybody always likes to know what brought you to Touching Hearts. I'll tell you, it's very unique. My background is very diverse in healthcare, so I've done everything from back in my college days to customer service, working for insurance companies, worked my way through into provider relations and contracting, but always had a place in my heart for seniors. Many of you know my dad is a minister, and if you don't, you do now.
Didn't know that.
I had a calling to serve at a very young age. So as my role developed in my career, I got into home care from being a director of operations at a fully licensed home care agency to working in an adult social day program. I've had a lot of experience with working with our elderly, and the opportunity arose with Touching Hearts several years back, and I hadn't heard of them either. And I did some investigating, and I said, wow, this company has something special to offer. And it was truly a calling that I had, and I researched them. I found out that they had 5-star Google reviews. They were award-winning. And I said, this is something that I really want to get involved in and be able to extend such a niche market, because it really is something that not everybody serves. And there's not a lot of folks out there that are serving this particular market because it isn't medical. Everybody knows about home care medical side. You get discharged from a hospital, a nurse comes out and doesn't open. But then what? We're the then what? We're the part that really comes in post that, and when you still need those extra services and care, up to and including that respite care piece. So it was something that really tugged on my heartstrings, and it's been a perfect match ever since.
Wow, wonderful. So non-medical, I get that, but if someone is in need of a companion, but also someone to help with their ADLs and things, is that like, no, you contact someone else, or how is that?
So there are some ADLs that we can assist with. We can help people get dressed. We can help them and assist them getting up from a chair. There's proper ways to do that. Again, that standby shower assist for getting them on the schedule. A lot of our dementia clients have a need for shower reminders and personal care reminders, and those are things that we do, as well as the meal preparation and making sure that they're eating and staying hydrated. So we certainly do have that, but we will work right alongside any of the licensed agencies that come in. Again, when families have a need for that licensed particular service, they're only there for a short time. They don't stay with them multiple hours of the day, where we can come in and actually do a 6-hour shift with them and do the things like housekeeping and the things that maybe are falling by the wayside while they're receiving those medical home needs.
Sure. So how do people find out about this? And, because it's not a medical need, it's just, maybe I want that help around the house. How do people find out about that?
Maybe I'm caring for a loved one and I want to go on vacation, and I've got a loved one at home that has to have that daily touch and that daily care. How do you find out about us? Most folks find out by word of mouth, to be honest with you. Touching Hearts doesn't advertise too much. We don't have the need to, because our clients really refer other clients, and family members refer to us as well. But our website is Touching Hearts. You can look us up on the web, Touching Hearts at Home. Put in your area that you live and you'll find us. Again, we're all across the U.S., but for us here locally, and we service Niagara County and Erie County and our surrounding counties. My office is located in Williamsville. We have folks stop by, they see us and they come by, and that's perfectly fine as well. Sure. Once we receive that call, you'll actually talk to me directly. I will come out and meet with you and your family or your loved ones to share what it is that we do specific to your needs. And then we'll curtail a personalized care plan for you or your loved one that's specific to you.
It's wonderful. So, yeah, you just said it at the office. How does that work? So you're the executive director, and is it an office filled with different people? Do you have aides on staff? How do you pick those aides? How does that happen?
That's a great question. So yes, I have a full-time staff in my office that helps service our clients from the inside. We have myself as the executive director. I have a client care coordinator that has a relationship with all of our clients and their families. I have a full-time scheduling person that handles all of our care partners and the scheduling needs for our clients. We have a human resources director that is in-house, as well as a full-time marketing person. So we're all in the community in different levels. We hire care partners, and when I say we hire care partners, I don't get them from another company. They work for us. So if anybody's out there listening that's interested in coming to work for us, maybe this is a passion, a calling. Maybe you've had a loved one yourself that you've lost and you're missing that. You have that void now and you're looking for that kind of work. all of our care partners come to us through many different venues. Obviously, we run ads for that. All of them are vetted, background checked all across the United States on our registries, as well as locally here in our own counties. Once they have been brought in, they come in for an interview. The interview process, they go through several interview processes to make sure that they have the skills that we're looking for, as well as the passion and desire to work with our clients. We're very, very particular. I'll give you a statistic, and we are very statistically backed at Touching Hearts. So most of the things that I'm going to talk to you about today come with statistics that I'll be happy to share with you that we track. So all of our care partners, we probably get 150 to 200 applicants on a monthly basis. Out of that, maybe 8 or 10 actually proceed forward and become care partners with us. We scrutinize very heavily our care partners. We want to, again, make sure that they have the same goals in mind and the same passion for our servicing our clients. We follow our core values very, very closely, and we want to make sure that our care partners follow those core values as well when they're in the field. All of our care partners go through extensive training. We call it a pre-employment training course, which is unpaid. It's a 5-hour course that they come in and they sit with us, and they not only learn about Touching Hearts and our core values and our uniqueness, but they also have to show us that they have the talent and the skills to be able to service our clients. We hire a lot of retired teachers. We hire a lot of retired nurses. I have 3 PA students that are in their clinical rotations that work for us. We ask of our care partners to give us no less than 15 hours a week to be able to service our clients, because we really, truly want to match our client to our care partner. So we find out the uniquenesses about our care partners, much like the uniquenesses about our clients. And then as an internal staff that I talked about earlier, we sit together as a team and we have a matching meeting, and we actually match our clients up to our care partners. We have about a 97% accuracy rate with matching our clients to our care partners, which is huge because that first initial shift is very important to make that connection. And we want to make sure that our clients' needs are served immediately. We don't want a revolving door of people going through their house. Sure. We want that one particular care partner or two to be able to service them through the entire stint that they have with us.
Yeah, it's intriguing. Again, just kind of going off the path in our home care organization, our nonprofit organization, the same thing with caregivers. And I just really believe that, if you sit down with someone and you do an interview, you're going to know 10 minutes into it. Now you're going to take it further and do all the things you need to do, but that is a profession, that is an art, and I think that's something that you're born with if you want to be a caregiver. So, a lot of people think they want to just come out and help somebody, but you always have to look at it, would I want them taking care of my parent or my loved one? So extremely. Where do you find the most need? Like, what is the most need out there when you go and visit with someone to see, what is it?
There is a lot of different need out there, but I will tell you, the families that are husbands and wives trying to keep their Alzheimer's or dementia-related spouse at home with them, and their wish is to keep them home as much as possible. And as their needs develop and change with the disease process, and it's difficult, and we get days and nights mixed up. One of the nice things about Touching Hearts is we service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We also offer live-in care. So we have a unique niche that every day and every client presents very differently. So what a family is dealing with today, or what a wife might be dealing with her husband today, could look very differently tomorrow. Maybe he's having a good day today and he's not wandering, but tomorrow he's got his days and nights mixed up and he's up all night long. And that particular need is one that we really like to specialize in. That's not to say that, just aging, just that aging piece. Some of our clients are, we have a couple clients in their hundreds, that are over 100 years old, and we've had them for many, many years with us. And as their needs change, they become weaker and they become a fall risk. So fall risk prevention is a specialty of ours as well. just to make sure. A lot of our families are out of the area, and their loved one is home alone. And, maybe they came back for the holidays and they realized dad or mom are really not getting showered as often, and they're wearing the same clothing, and we're noticing that they're not getting their laundry done. We're seeing them, the house isn't in as good a shape as it used to be, and they'll reach out to us and take that step of, just initiating that contact and that care. And usually within a week, they see a difference. They see a difference in attitude. They see a difference in obviously how the house is kept. Just a nutritious meal, just being able to not eat a frozen meal and have the opportunity to have a fresh meal prepared for mom and dad on a regular basis is huge, right? Making sure that they're getting that medication. I know for my own parents, I think we're all in that sandwich generation. You and I both are, where we have aging parents and we have parents in our 80s. And if we're fortunate enough to have those parents still with us, most of them are going through some sort of medical, could be fighting cancer, could be dealing with, Alzheimer's or dementia, but they want to age in place and they want to stay where they are. And it's our goal as their children to be able to help make that happen. And the same with those spouses. Like I said, they're struggling and we'll get that phone call to come in and they've tapped out. It's time to come and help.
For sure. I looking at that, what is your average day? I mean, are you out pretty much all the time meeting with families? Is that how it is? And then you bring it back? It seems, even though you have a team, that you're out there really talking with families and seeing so many different things out there.
I am. And we do have, like I said, I have a full-time marketing person who's out and about and working with the social working teams in the rehab facilities for discharge. We have, he's out, working the networking events, which we'll talk about in a little while. But one-on-one meeting with the families, it's going to be my face, and it's going to be me who you're going to see come into the home and meet with you initially. And that is what I do. And it's probably the most favorite part of my job is being able to connect with the families and or meet with the folks who want to go home, but maybe they've been a revolving door at the rehab where they've fallen and they've not been taking their medication, and they're at the ultimatum stage where if you go home, you have to have that care now, or you're going to have to go to a higher level of care and be in assisted living. And sometimes I get to be the white horse and come in and say, we've got this. I've got the team for you. I've got the person for you that's going to help you stay in your own home. And it's that feeling of connection and success that we have that really brightens my day. And just being able to offer that award-winning care that we have to our clients and to our care partners, and to back them and be able to say, I'm going to give you the most beautiful client to connect you with. And you guys are going to make a perfect fit. They have the same personalities. There's a lot that goes into that matching process.
Oh, yeah.
And it's truly heartwarming for my entire team when that connection is made and we hear from that family member that, mom is doing so well now. It's been a week and it's a total difference. And it's really heartwarming.
Yeah, absolutely. I can relate to that in our own business. And also you said, the caregiver too. It's a relationship, no matter how you look at it. So you have to make sure that the chemistry is there, that all of that is working well. I always like to bring these conversations back to CASE, and obviously that's what brought you here today. Tell me how CASE helps with what you do in your daily work, and what CASE does for you being at those monthly meetings.
Well, CASE in and of itself for Niagara County is huge, because it is not only just a networking opportunity, but it's really an opportunity for us to make those connections for maybe a client that I can't serve, and they need connected to a geriatric care manager for financial situation. Maybe they need connected to Connect 55, and it's something more along the lines of, they just need to figure out their health insurance plan, or they need assistance with applying for Medicaid, or maybe it's someone who's, in the application process and they're stalled for their Medicare, or, it's just really an opportunity to work with others that, we're in different businesses, different lines, but it's a way to continue to service those that, we all come across. You come across people that you can't serve and have a need. I don't want it to end there. We've got to be able to refer those folks on and continue them on to what they need and keep connecting them. And that's really what it is. It's making those connections for the elderly in our area.
It is. And it's quite unique. I mean, I've been in CASE a couple of years now. And we all, some might say on the outside looking in, we all do the same thing. Like there's got to be such competition. And I just don't think there's one bit of that. I think it's what you just said. I'm going to sit there and I learned something new about one of the organizations every time I go, oh yeah, that's who I need to talk to. So, I mean, I can't for someone, and I pretty much bring it up all the time, for someone who kind of went in kicking and screaming a little bit because I just didn't have time for another meeting, to just scream at the top of the roof. It's just a wonderful, wonderful organization, which brings me to the fact that just a little plug for March 27th, we're going to be doing a recruitment / open house for CASE. But basically we want others to know about our organization and how important it is. And if you are an organization that serves the seniors and the elderly in Niagara County, we want you to come see what we're all about and join the group. I think it's extremely important. We are a membership organization, and we don't want it to be so large that we can't do these types of things, but there are more organizations and agencies out there. I think the last couple meetings, we've had 1 or 2 new organizations come, which is just amazing. Also on that note, just as you know, with CASE, we've started to bring in speakers. We're going to try that every other month, because as time goes on, as much as we learn every month from each other, there's extra time, and we want to bring more knowledge to people and bring speakers and professional workshops. So I think that's exciting. But speaking about networking and special events, and you kind of tipped on that, what kinds of things do you do for your organization in that realm?
So we always have quarterly events in our office or in the community. Our most recent one, I'm sorry, I've forgotten the date, but it's in March. You'll see it. It'll be posted on our socials, focusing around that time frame. Right now, we're doing our Share the Love campaign. So those of you that are going to watch this, Happy Valentine's Day from Touching
Great
Hearts.
shirt, by the way.
Yes, it's my traditional Valentine's Day shirt. You'll see myself as well as Brandon in the community working with our social workers, dropping off little goodie bags, just reminding you to share the love, because it is truly important to touch other people's hearts with what we do. Hashtag share the love. You can, if you get one of those bags, absolutely tag us. We love to see who we work with. I'll tell you a little story speaking on the community and CASE Niagara meeting. Our last meeting, we all do our normal routine. We stand up, tell about what we do. A couple of days ago, I received a call from the Office of Aging here in Niagara County, and they had a client that was in need of services a couple of days a week, really suffering and really needing to get someone out there quickly. I told her absolutely. I mean, if you call me today, I know today I can staff you tonight. I can have somebody there as quickly as tonight. That's one of the things that's very unique to Touching Hearts is we're there. You call us, you need discharged, we're there. I was able to staff that particular client is staffing in a couple of days, but it was just a nice connection. We don't realize who we're going to touch and who's going to come out of that meeting and need those services and who's going to walk in that day. I have clients who maybe were there 3 days a week. What's happening with their food the next couple of days? Where are they getting their food, and what are they eating when we're not there? So I think there's a need to find somebody to come into CASE and I'm putting a call out, somebody that works with, the Meals on Wheels program and things like that, to come in and talk to us at CASE, because that need is there, and they're, delivering those meals and they see the people on a daily basis. So I think it's important that they know about us as well at CASE.
That's a great point. Invite someone from Meals on Wheels. It's open. It'll be from 8 to 10, so we really want to welcome those people. When you place someone in a home, what is your follow through? Do you keep in touch with them? What do you do with that?
We do. So that's a really great question, and this is something that we do that's unique as far as we know to Touching Hearts. A client care coordinator will contact the Actually, the client care coordinator, Sarah Jane, goes out to our what we call our open, so that very first shift, so that the care partner is there, the client is there, and our client care coordinator is there. She does the introduction. She sits with the client and the family to make sure that our individualized care plan that I wrote is exactly specifically tailored to that client. She'll make any adjustments or changes to that if necessary. That introduction is kind of a warm-up to meeting their care partner. After that, we make contact with both the client and the care partner after the first shift, see how it went, see if they need to change anything, see what recommendations the care partner might have after having spent several hours with the client. After that, we do a monthly call. Sarah Jane actually does a drop-in visit, so she'll drop in and make sure that everything's going smoothly. All of our care partners are required at the end of each and every shift to leave a care note that is observable by the family of the loved one that we're there with. It's also read by my staff and myself on a daily basis. So as an example, if I have a care partner in a home 3 days a week, after every single shift, that care partner will leave a message that says, had a wonderful shift with Miss Lorraine, made her spaghetti for lunch. She wasn't feeling very well today. Maybe she's fighting a cold or under the weather. Could the office please reach out to her daughter and let her know that, she's not feeling well and maybe we need to get her into her doctor. So again, our care partners aren't just there cooking and cleaning and sitting and talking. They're another set of eyes in the home to communicate with the family, to make sure that family is aware. Again, maybe mom's got a UTI, maybe, coming on, or maybe mom is fighting a cold and needs to get into the doctor. It's not getting any better. Our care partners are all required to have a vehicle that's in good working order. That way they can assist driving. They're all expected to be able to take our clients to doctor's visits. We have some clients that go to yoga. I have some that go to senior centers. Some just want to go out to lunch with their friends, and we'll take them and accompany them. We can sit in a different booth. We don't have to be right there with them, but we want to make sure that they get to the normal activities and normal daily things that they would be doing.
Sure. Do you come across, because I think it's just inevitable, that adult children think this is the best thing for mom and dad, and then mom and dad really don't, and they're kind of like, I don't need this, I don't need anybody in my house. I can't imagine that you don't get some of that. How do you handle it?
It's probably the majority of what we get. Nobody gets up in the morning and says, I can't wait to have a stranger come in
exactly.
and do the things that I can't do any longer. Just admitting that, having to admit that I can't do that is very, very difficult for families and for loved ones. As children of parents that are aging, though, it's our duty to watch that and step in and kind of say, Mom, you do. Think of all the things that you and I can do as a daughter and a mother when I'm not coming in having to do your laundry, making sure I'm prepping a meal for you, so that you have something to eat while I'm at work every day. I'm worried that you're not getting your medicine. I've come in a couple of times and it's sitting on the counter. So as a team, we really approach it as a team, but again, the majority of the visits that I do, home visits and initial starts, are difficult. And it's my job to bridge that gap and make them feel comfortable and assure them that I'm going to put the appropriate person in here that's going to, you're going to get used to it and you're going to enjoy them. And I also give them the first right of refusal. If for some reason I didn't get that match right, they can call and they can say, you know what, this one, whatever the reason is, we can get another care partner in there and we'll go back to our pool. That's one of the nice things about Touching Hearts is I do have a large pool of care partners that are waiting to be matched up with their forever client. And we really do make it a forever client. On the care partner side, again, I told you they're employees of ours. They too have lives. So as employees, we offer them paid time off. They get sick time. We encourage them to take their vacation time. When that happens and they have been matched up with their forever client, we want to make sure that our clients have that backup care as well. So if a care partner calls off because they're sick or maybe their child is sick, our clients are still taken care of. So we can assure the daughters and the sons that are, like, oh my gosh, I can't take off of work again to go and take care of mom because the care partner didn't show up. We have backup coverage. So our pool allows us to place another care partner in there that's going to be just as good, that's going to work that care plan that we initially wrote. And they're going to walk in almost as if they've already known that person.
That's amazing. Where do you find most of your care partners?
They come to us, to be honest with you. Like I said, that applicant pool is huge. However, it's made very clear from the initial phone call that we have with inquiring care partners that we are an award-winning company and we don't bring everybody on. We are looking for the gems. We're looking for those that really have the same values that we do, that have uniqueness about them, that have some sort of connection to what we do already. And they need to be able to understand that they're going to go through a rigorous ongoing training program as well. So not just that initial 5-hour, but there's monthly trainings that take place and mandatory in-services as well. So they've got to be willing to step up and do that. I have a lot of folks through CASE that have come to me and said, this is something that I'm looking to do. I've retired. I'm young. I retired as a teacher. I'm 62. I'm not ready to stop. What can I do? And we'll match them up. We'll bring them in. We'll train them up. They'll get to learn how to do an assist for standing up out of the chair. A lot of our clients don't have mobility issues. There's a lot that just can't drive anymore. Maybe it's macular degeneration or retinitis pigmentosa, and they need somebody to help them prep a meal. Or, I've got some rheumatoid arthritis clients that are suffering and can't do those daily things. And we'll be in there 3 or 4 days a week to help them.
Sure. Do you have a minimum amount of time if someone calls and needs help?
We do. It's curtailed to individual needs, but typically most of our clients are at that 15 to 20 hour a week mark. I can do respite care as well. So if somebody is going to need, a couple of weeks versus being a regular client, we'll put them on our respite contracts. Our contracts are very simple. It's nothing crazy. If you ever want to terminate services with Touching Hearts, I know that's a big fear for people, but if it comes to a point where they need to go to a higher level of care, we ask for 7 days notice. We work very closely with our families on placing them as well, helping them know. I have care partners in almost every assisted living, helping them there too, because, we don't want mom to have to go to a higher level of care. And if she can stay in her assisted living, and we just need to bring in nightly care, maybe we're sundowning or something like that, and it's requiring more than what can be offered at that assisted living, we'll come in and we'll partner up and we'll help.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Wendy, what's one thing that you want to share with people that makes Touching Hearts special and makes you're so passionate about it and what you do?
I'll tell you, when you ask Touching Hearts to come into your home, or if you're searching for that link right now, you can rest assured that you are going to get an award-winning company that comes in that really cares about your loved one. You look at our Google reviews. We have 5-star Google ratings from both our care partners and our clients. Those are unsolicited. It's not anything that we do to get those. It's true passion that's coming out from both our clients and our care partners. We were just ranked in the top 100 businesses in North America for Leader of Excellence. Last year, we were ranked 25th in North America for Home Care Provider of Choice. Those are huge. That's not something that we've done ourselves. It's actually an outside agency that surveyed us or surveyed our care partners and our clients, and they survey the majority of home care agencies in North America. So we competed against Canada as well, and we're proud to put those plaques on our wall. We've earned them. Again, it relates back to our core values. We're family owned and operated. The McDermott family owns us. They're Western New Yorkers. They started this business almost 17 years ago here in New York State for their own parents. And that passion and compassion reigns true today. I meet monthly with the ownership. We work together as a team. If for some reason I'm on vacation, you might have Mark, one of the owners, show up and do that intake. He's still very active and in our day-to-day operations, and it's wonderful. And that you can rest assured the people that we hire and the people that we train and those that are in my office are all driven and strive for the same outcomes.
Wonderful. If someone wants to get in touch, someone's interested in more information, who should they call? Website?
Yeah. So our phone number right straight to our office is 716-898-8566. You can email me, Wendy, at touchinghearts with an S, touchingheartsny.com, or you can look us up on the web, and that's just Google up Touching Hearts, and you can do /Buffalo, and you'll find us.
And also, you're listed on the Case Niagara website. So if you look at that, you will be listed as well.
You'll find us in Alzheimer's Association as well, and you'll see us out in the field.
Wonderful. Any last words to those watching or listening today?
I'll just say, if anybody's out there struggling and you don't know where to turn, you've got excellent opportunities to contact CASE as a resource. Call us. We'd be happy to. If it's not the right fit for you, we'll find somebody that is the right fit for you, and we'll connect you. We always encourage everybody to call. Take that first step to call. But we would love to have you as a part of our organization, and we would love to service your loved one or you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Wendy Greenwood, Executive Director of Touching Hearts at Home. And thank you for tuning in to Conversations with Case. We'll see you again next time.